You've probably asked yourself, why do I keep attracting toxic people into my life? And the answer isn't about your lack of self-worth or being a magnet for negativity. What if it's something far more insidious? An unconscious pattern that's been shaped by the most vulnerable moments of our childhood. In this video, we'll explore why you're drawn to toxic relationships and how it's connected to emotional neglect in childhood. We'll dive into how unresolved trauma can lead us to seek out unhealthy connections as a coping mechanism, even if it means sabotaging our own well-being. It's time to confront the unseen reason behind your toxic patterns and break free from the cycle of self-sabotage. Now that we've explored the unseen reason behind your toxic patterns, let's dive deeper into why you might be drawn to these relationships in the first place. It's not just about past traumas or experiences, although those can play a significant role. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to fill up a bucket with water, but instead of using a hose, you keep pouring from a leaky faucet. The more water that leaks out, the more you try to pour in, never realizing why it's not filling up. That's what's happening when we seek out toxic relationships. We're trying to meet an emotional need, but we're doing so in a way that only drains us further. Let's take a closer look at some common behaviors that might indicate you're people-pleasing. Do you find yourself overcommitting to others' requests, even if it means sacrificing your own needs? Maybe you're constantly juggling multiple tasks and responsibilities, but somehow never seem to have enough time for yourself. Or perhaps you feel anxious when saying no to someone else's ask, even if it means compromising your own goals or values. These behaviors can be like trying to hold water in a leaky bucket. No matter how hard you try, things are always going to spill over and leave you feeling drained. You might feel resentful towards others for taking advantage of your generosity, but ultimately, the resentment is directed inward, towards yourself for not setting boundaries. Think about it. When was the last time you said no to someone without worrying about how they'd react? Or when did you last prioritize your own needs and desires over someone else's? Let's explore these questions together in the next section. You might be thinking, but I'm not depressed. And that's okay. But let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like a high-functioning machine, getting through your day, completing tasks, but feeling empty inside? Like you're running on autopilot. That's the experience of high-functioning depression. It's often referred to as masked or closeted depression, because it doesn't look like traditional sadness or lethargy. Imagine being a skilled chef who expertly prepares meals for others, but can barely muster up the energy to cook for themselves. Or someone who excels at work, but feels numb and disconnected from their own desires and needs. This is high-functioning depression in action. People with high-functioning depression often seek out relationships that feel intense or passionate, as a way to distract themselves from their emotional numbing. It's like seeking refuge in a storm. The toxic relationship may be chaotic, but it feels more alive than the emptiness they're experiencing inside. You see, when we're constantly seeking validation from others, it's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. No matter how much attention or praise you get, the feeling of emptiness remains because it's not about external approval. It's about internal self-worth. Think about Sarah, who's always posting on social media, craving likes and comments to feel seen. She may have hundreds of followers, but when she's alone at night, she still feels unfulfilled. Or consider Alex, who's desperate for reassurance from his partner every 5 minutes. His mind is racing with worst-case scenarios. What if they leave me? What if I'm not good enough? He can't seem to quiet the inner critic. These patterns are like a vicious cycle. We're trying to escape our own discomfort by seeking external validation, but it only leads to more anxiety and feelings of inadequacy. It's time to take a step back and examine these unconscious patterns. What's driving your desire for constant attention or reassurance? Is it a deep-seated fear of abandonment or rejection? Now that we've explored the underlying reasons for your attraction to toxic people, let's talk about how to recognize these patterns in action. Think of it like this. Imagine you're driving a car, but someone else is controlling the GPS system without your knowledge. You might think you're heading in one direction, but secretly, you're being steered towards trouble. You know, self-compassion is often the unsung hero in our journey towards breaking free from toxic relationships. It's not just about being kind to ourselves, but also about developing a deeper understanding of our own needs and desires. Think of it like navigating through uncharted territory. We can get lost easily if we don't take the time to listen to our inner compass. Creating healthy relationships requires a different kind of map, one that's not drawn on paper, but etched in our hearts and minds. It's about understanding what we need to thrive, just like how plants require specific conditions to grow. When you're around someone who nurtures your growth, you feel seen, heard, and valued. But when you're with someone toxic, it's like being stuck in a garden where the weeds are choking out the flowers, suffocating your potential. Think about it. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you had to tiptoe around their emotions? Where every conversation became a minefield of unspoken expectations and unresolved conflicts? That's not love, that's exhaustion. It's time to take back control by setting boundaries that honor your own emotional landscape. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and open communication, the kind of foundation that can weather any storm. By prioritizing self-reflection and emotional intelligence, you'll be better equipped to navigate even the most challenging relationships. As we come to the end of our journey together today, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what resonated with you most. Was it the realization that your attraction to toxic people stems from deep-seated fears? Or perhaps the understanding that emotional intelligence is key to breaking free? Think of this process like peeling back layers of an onion. We've explored some of the underlying reasons why we're drawn to toxic relationships, and now it's time to take action. Remember Emily, who finally cut ties with her manipulative friend after recognizing the patterns of control. Or James, who started practicing self-compassion and assertiveness in his interactions. You are not alone on this journey towards healing and growth. I want to encourage you to continue exploring your own reasons for being attracted to toxic people and to seek support when needed. You can start by checking out the resources we've linked in the description below. Remember, breaking free from toxic relationships takes time, patience, and kindness, but it's worth it. As you continue on this path, remember that breaking free from toxic patterns is not about being perfect. It's about becoming whole. You are worthy of love and respect, not because of what others do for you, but because of who you are. Don't be too hard on yourself when old patterns resurface. Instead, acknowledge them, learn from them, and gently guide yourself back to your values and goals. You are strong, capable, and deserving of a life that nourishes your mind, heart, and soul. As you take the first steps towards healing, I want you to know that you're not alone. There's a whole community out there waiting to support and uplift you. And if you need someone to talk to right now, know that it's okay to reach out for help. Before we part ways today, I invite you to join our community by subscribing to this channel. You'll find valuable resources, expert advice, and compassionate conversations about mental health and wellness. Thank you for being here with me today, and remember, you are seen, heard, and loved, exactly as you are.